We're back. Norman Stuck starting Bare Bones Radio broadcasting. I want to announce my great appreciation for born and raised in the United States. What is available in the United States, born just insignificant, and you can receive the challenge of a sultan. And depending on your bloodline, and there are bloodlines from all over the planet here, that will take root. Only in the United States, you can receive a sultan's challenge, which nowhere else on the planet can you receive that. The jealousy everywhere on this globe prevents a child from receiving the wonderful challenge that you are able to receive as a child in the United States. This is the only place on God's earth that the insignificant are allowed to receive the challenge and grow and flourish to influence. Prosperity is asinine. Only influence is priceless. Prosperity is asinine, and influence is priceless. You can affect things in the United States as somebody so insignificant, it is astonishing. I am extremely insignificant. I do affect things in my community. I cause a lovely effect as anywhere and able to. I find it priceless, adorable. What a lovely thing to do with a human being one time in Stars and Planets. A conceptual creature, certainly not spiritual, a mammal. To be born a mammal and to experience mammal and no beings about it. To experience mammal, North America, United States, mon ami. It has been this way long before any Asians set foot here. This is the heart of meandering and migrating. It is one continent. It is one language. It is one currency. It is mon ami. Vive la France! And we thank them to the day. No France, no United States. When you look at the trek of the history of this nation, vive la France! Want a bet? And Europe, bow! To France! Europe. England, keep talking. Shut up! Jubilee. Nowhere is Jubilee. Nowhere. Especially in England. To yell Jubilee in England, you are a mocker of the word. In all ways, shapes, and forms of anything to do with terminology. Shame on you! Children present. To misuse terms, the way this whole planet is doing right now, in face of your children, I'll tell you, you are begging God's damnation. You're yelling for it. Want a bet? You'd be better off to make sounds out of the back of your throat and cut each tongue out via never using it and letting evolution remove your tongue. A very cloning effect. When you don't use it, you lose it. Cloning. The only cloning. When you challenge it, you get it. Cloning. The only cloning, and it's done with living in generation, and it doesn't have anything to do with a lab and research. No, it doesn't, said Darwin. And said Jim Duncan. Both of them made that quite emphatic. Jim Duncan and Charles Darwin. Mao Zedong directed the military and the police and the people, making it emphatic in China. Mao Zedong didn't do anything. The military, the people, and the police did. Mao Zedong kept order. That's all. Yay, China. And Chinese is a wonderful idea, isn't it? Is Chinese more than China? Of course. And China bows to Chinese, and so do I. As a Hebrew monarch, who wouldn't? For just the dimension alone. You cause order there. Go ahead. Anybody criticizing that place needs to get stuck in that position of anything you're criticizing, and when you screw up, you get what you deserve. Because you will play hell benevolent now. Wanna bet? I know. I'm there. It's a toughie. So, being in their shoes, I appreciate their position and honor them in all ways, shapes, and forms. How about you? Any staff member in China. That's for sure. From the police officer, the social worker, all of you. No criticism. No, sir or ma'am. Want a bet? Isn't that logical? Under the nature of events happening with this globe, priceless experience, adorable. Use your logic. Children present. Cause a lovely effect today. Everything you do. How much punishment's in that? Everyone cause a lovely effect today. I'll bet nobody gets punished. What do you want to bet? Life nicer tomorrow. Want to bet? And the villain second thinks more than the villain did yesterday. Doesn't take advantage. Second thinks and says no to villain. You'll have best, you cause a lovely effect and keep it up, you'll have less villain than villain. Want to bet? Oh, the villain will take advantage. No, the villain won't. Why is the villain the villain? Because you refuse to cause a lovely effect. And says, I'm going to match what they do. Well, the villain will usually match what the villain sees going on. Want to bet? The villain in its mind is playing monkey see, monkey do. Want to bet? Don't give the villain something to see, monkey, and the villain won't do. Want to bet?